Hey students, this is Miss Jessica, and today we are going to be talking about and going over our lesson plan for our Layers of the Earth lesson. Just to go over a couple of things first, this is our 4th grade science class at Westover Elementary. This lesson we will dedicate 1 hour and 30 minutes to instruction. And that also does give time for some group projects and some quizzes and assessments that we'll do at the end. The focus of our lesson today is your ability to identify what the 4 layers of the earth are and where they are located inside the earth. So before we get started, let's address that this is part of the Tennessee Science Standard for grade 4, part of the Earth systems, and will analyze and interpret data on the 4 layers of the earth, including thickness, composition, and physical states of these layers. The content objectives for this lesson include learning to identify the 4 layers of the earth based on the thickness, composition of the layer, and location in the earth. We'll also complete a diagram labeling the layers of the earth with up to 90% accuracy. You'll be expected to utilize an understanding of the key vocabulary, which will include crust, mantle, inner core, and outer core. For this lesson, there will be several materials that you'll need. You'll have to have a computer, you'll have to have internet access, you'll have to have notes, pen and paper to take those notes, diagrams which will be provided, and then materials to construct a model at the end of the lesson, which I will also provide for you. To help with this lesson, a prior understanding of the shape of the earth is very helpful, and also realizing and knowing that there are additional layers under the earth can be essential in this lesson as well. One common misconception regarding the layers of the earth, or the earth in general, is that there are not very many layers under the earth's surface. Some students may think that the earth is not round. They may think that there are only 1 or 2 layers under the earth, so that's something that we'll address and that you'll learn more about throughout this lesson. So before we get started on the actual instruction, I want you to think about this statement. How long do you think it would take for you to dig to the center of the earth? Do you think that you could actually do it? What do you think you might run into along the way? So just ponder on those for a moment. Write down a few little notes if you want to, and then we'll go on to the next part of the lesson. I will teach the lesson with a PowerPoint presentation, which I have provided here. I won't go through that with you right now because we will talk about that when we actually have class. So after we have our PowerPoint presentation, I will show you a few videos and we'll visit a few websites as a class to get a better understanding of those layers. After that, you'll be placed in groups of 2 or 3 that I will select, and you'll have a blank handout of the layers of the earth to diagram. You'll also be looking at actual models that I'll have for you. You'll be able to work in those groups to complete that. After the group portion is complete, then you will have time to sit on the computers and visit some websites that I have already selected for you. These websites are interactive, they're fun, they'll provide additional information on the layers of the earth and facts and figures that you need to know. There are also some labeling games, quizzes, and other interactive activities for you to complete. At the very end, there is a Layers of the Earth quiz that I would like for you to complete and print out your results so that I can go over those to see if there are areas that we need to address. After your computer time, we will return to our seats. I'll give you 5 minutes to review any diagrams and notes that you've taken. You can ask any questions, anything like that, review the models that we have, and then I will give you a 10-question multiple choice quiz, which I have a copy here. 10-question multiple choice quiz with a labeling portion at the end. So you'll have to complete that. You'll have approximately 30 minutes to complete that assignment, but more time can be allotted if needed. And once that assignment's been completed, you'll return to your groups that you were in previously, and I will provide you some materials, as I mentioned earlier, things like construction paper, markers, coloring pencils, cotton balls, pipe cleaners, just random materials, and you'll need to construct your own model showing the layers of the earth. So just to give you a little extra practice and make sure you really understand what we're trying to learn today. Once all of that is completed, if we do have extra time, I want you to think about the following statements and questions. For extra credit, you could complete a short essay of your responses just to show a deeper understanding of what we have learned today. So here are the statements and questions. Just like an onion, the earth is made up of many layers. While it may seem easy to just peel back a few layers to reach the center of the earth, it's not quite that simple. We must dig deep below each layer of the earth and understand how the makeup of these layers can create the ground that we stand on. Think about the creatures and living organisms that thrive in these layers. How do they survive in their conditions? How can they live in extreme depths and temperatures? What would happen to humans if we tried to live under the Earth's surface? Just how far is it to the center of the Earth? So explore on those questions and use your knowledge that we have learned today and create a short essay of your responses. This will show a better understanding of the complexity of our Earth's layers. So that will complete the lesson. After that, as I mentioned, we'll have the quiz and the labeling diagram. So just to educate you on how you'll be graded on that, I've created a rubric, and what that does is it's divided some important categories that I think that address our lesson and what you need to learn. You can earn up to 4 points for each category, and how you earn those points is based on how well you do. So there's a category for the group model, so how accurate it is and how well your understanding of the concept. You'll be given points based on that. How well you work with others, how well you listen, share your ideas, support the efforts of others, and keep working well together with your classmates. You'll receive points for that. Your contribution to the group, you'll receive points for that as well. And then your results from your online quiz. So you'll receive points based on quiz grades on that section. And then of course the layers of the earth quiz and diagram, how accurate your responses are to that will also be a portion of your grade for this assignment. Once all of that is finished, we do have a think sheet that we'll go over. I'll let you take this home to complete as a homework assignment. This just offers a little bit more thinking. It offers a better understanding of the topic and a deeper level of thinking. This is our think sheet for the layers of the earth, and the questions that we will talk about are the main layers of the earth, the central layer of the earth, the makeup of the earth's crust, the difference between the composition of the earth's crust and its mantle, the types of organisms you may find in the earth's inner core and outer core, how long you think it would take to reach the center of the earth, if you think humans would be able to survive in earth's inner core and why or why not, and then you will draw your own diagram of the layers of the earth, labeling each layer. This is just some additional questions that we can think about and things that we can do to make sure that we fully understand our lesson and that we know exactly what's expected of us and what we need to know to succeed on this assignment. Not only will this lesson help you learn the layers of the earth, which is our main goal, there are a few other things that the lesson can do. It's going to help increase your reading skills, your literacy skills. It's going to increase language function. It's going to provide additional language supports in relation to your vocabulary and knowing what words mean, knowing how to use words, how to appropriately identify the terms that you need, and how to use your key terms in context. By completing our think sheet and the extra credit work, if you choose to do so, you'll be able to further hone those skills for reading and writing and syntax and discourse, meaning you know what words mean and how to use them in communication and how to use them appropriately in your writing. At the end of this lesson, you should be a master on the layers of the earth, and I have confidence that you will. I know that you will succeed and that you will learn everything that we need to know, and that you'll enjoy the lesson. It will be fun and interactive. It will be an opportunity for you to work with others, to work with the computer, work with technology, hands-on activities. So I think that this will be a great opportunity for you to further your knowledge on the layers of the earth. And once we get into it, of course, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And I look forward to learning more about the layers of the earth with you. Okay, thank you.